Have you ever locked eyes with someone across a crowded dance floor and immediately started planning your escape route? If this sounds familiar, stick around because it's monthly mailbag time, and today I'm tackling the ultimate social dance dilemma. Is there a polite way to say no to an invitation to dance? Hey, it's your pal, the Dancing Housewife, and welcome back to the Dancing Housewife podcast, where we talk about everything you ever wanted to know about ballroom dance, but were afraid to ask or not, since today is monthly mailbag, one of my favorite segments, and it's where I address listener-submitted questions, comments, and the occasional conundrum from the dance floor. Today's question is a good one, so let's dive in. Dear Dancing Housewife, I'm a social dancer and I attend multiple dance parties per month with a large circle of social dance friends. There's always been an unwritten rule among us that one does not turn down an invitation to dance. However, I'm wondering if there is, in your opinion, a polite way to refuse when someone asks me to dance. Many people in our social dance group listen to this podcast, so I'd like to keep the details of my situation, including my name and my reason for not wanting to dance with this person, private, in order to avoid hurt feelings. First of all, thank you for trusting me with this question, and don't worry, we're going to handle this with grace. You are absolutely right. In most social dance circles, there is an unspoken understanding that an invitation to dance is an opportunity, and that turning someone down is generally frowned upon. Social dance culture thrives on inclusivity. However, there are myriad reasons why someone might not want to dance with another person. Ability notwithstanding, it could be personal hygiene, bad breath, a personality mismatch, heavy leading, or let's call it what it is, manhandling. Overly talkative followers, rudeness, arrogance, unsafe, off time, the list goes on. And here's the key. You're not obligated to disclose your reason. In fact, you shouldn't. Let me tell you a quick personal story. I once found myself in a similar situation at a fundraising gala. A gentleman, someone my husband and I had known for quite some time, asked me to dance a West Coast swing. From the very first count, I was struggling. The lead was unclear, the timing was interpretive, but I smiled because we are gracious. We are dancing housewives. Then mid-song, he said to me, and I quote, "Wow, for such a high-level competitive dancer, you're a pretty bad follow." Now, you can imagine the litany of retorts that pulsed through my brain in that moment. Something like, have you considered you're not as good at leading as you think you are? Or, following would be easier if you were on time. But I smiled in that self-deprecating way and said, "Oh yes, I prefer choreography to lead follow. I guess it shows. Ha 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 ha." We finished the dance. Later in the evening, he asked me again to dance, and I simply said, "No thank you, I'm sitting this one out," and then promptly danced with the next person, my husband, who asked. Same song, message received. Now, was that subtle? Perhaps not. Was it effective? Absolutely. Here's the truth. The simplest, most elegant way to decline a dance is this: "Thank you so much, but I'm sitting this one out." Period. End of discussion. No explanations, no justifications, no disclaimers. If you make this your consistent response when this particular person asks you to dance, the pattern will become very clear over time, and eventually the invitations will likely cease. Now, let me add one important caveat. If you decline someone, it is generally good social form not to immediately run onto the dance floor with someone else, unless you're intentionally sending a boundary message like I did at the gala. In most social settings, if you say you're sitting it out, you should sit it out. But you are not required to make yourself uncomfortable for the sake of tradition. Social dance is supposed to be joyful. It's supposed to feel safe, fun, and energizing. And protecting your boundaries politely is not rude. It's mature, and frankly, it's necessary. So to my anonymous listener, you can keep your reasons private, you can decline gracefully, and you can continue being a lovely, generous member of your dance community without sacrificing your own comfort. If you enjoyed today's episode, hit like, subscribe, and if you have a question, conundrum, or just want to say hello, drop a comment or email me directly at thedancinghousewife@gmail.com. You just might get featured in an upcoming mailbag episode. This is The Dancing Housewife signing off, and until next time, happy dancing!